After the pandemic, so many people left their roles, sparking what we now call the Great Resignation. So why were people leaving? Why did so many people leave their roles? And why has it become so hard for employers to find people to fill new roles? Why is there a talent war right now in the market? The first place to start, which I believe the pandemic exposed, was employee happiness and burnout. You see, in the middle of the pandemic, employees had a chance to work from home, and that was so great for them. They didn't realize how important having that flexibility was. And so with burnout consistently working throughout the pandemic, that really tanked employee happiness, and over time they realized that they couldn't stay in the industries they found themselves or in the same roles, and so they went out looking for new opportunities. And the pandemic also exposed that employees love flexibility, and that remote work was something that was really needed, because now people didn't have to commute anymore. They enjoy the option to actually work from home, just get up and go straight to their computers to work. And so that became a challenge. And so when employees realized that they had to go back to the office and that there was no other option, they rather began to look at other avenues, options, to see if they can still have that flexibility. So something that was a solution during the pandemic actually became a problem after the pandemic. And ultimately, employees realized that they had priorities. There were certain things that they wanted to get done. And that became a challenge, because if you are commuting every day, spending an hour or 2 hours, depending on how long your commute was, that was something, a time that was taken out of your day. And so employees began to prioritize their time and the times they spent with family, trying to find a better work-life balance. And the pandemic really exposed that as well. And ultimately, there was a skill shortage. But with all these things happening during the pandemic and after the pandemic, people are looking for flexibility, and so they begin to look at other industry, other job roles that will offer them the flexibility during the pandemic and then afterwards. And so that's why the work from home became a solution, but ultimately a problem. And now even companies now are struggling to get people back to the office because they value that flexibility. But the skill shortage, especially, it happened because people realized that tech industries or tech companies offered flexibility, and so you had people transitioning from other roles into new roles, and that then means that it's going to create a shortage in other areas as well. And that was the main reason why people were leaving, because they were leaving for better opportunities, and that if that meant moving completely to a whole different industry, a whole different role, they didn't care. They just wanted the flexibility because they are prioritized, they enjoy working from home, and they feel that they will have a better work-life balance without the burnout. And ultimately, the main reason why employees are leaving, and we're leaving, and still is a problem, is because employers, companies, businesses never prioritize employee workplace culture. They never prioritize employee engagement. And that ties into everything that we have talked about so far, because they didn't see the value and the importance of having a great employee experience. And that's where it all starts. And I predict that in 2024, we are going to see that employee experience becomes the main thing that companies are going to focus on. Because in order to provide and deliver a great customer experience, it starts with your employees. Your employees are your first customers. And so in order to help employees love what they do, enjoy meeting and exceeding customer expectations, going above and beyond for them, it requires that you have a great workplace culture. You improve employee engagement. Because remember, they say we are the average of the 5 people we spend the time, there are most times with. However, employees never get the chance to choose whom they spend their times with. And so building a great workplace culture is key to ensure that you are able to attract and retain top talent. And that's how you're able to differentiate from the competition as a business. Navigating the world of customer service can be very tough. I am here to make it less lonely. If you enjoy the content, please leave a comment and subscribe. And always remember to keep your head up and keep moving.